Mission 13 is called Platooning Trucks. So to make sure we have everything set up correctly, we want to look at a few different models. First, we have this bridge piece here that has this red lever piece. We just want to make sure that we have it down so that the west side is lying down, pointed again toward the west. We also have a platooning truck where the loop is facing to the east side of the table and the red latch piece is on the west side of the table. We also want to make sure that all 6 wheels are lined up with the intersecting hash marks on the table. So if you lift up this truck, you'll see there are 6 places for the wheels to line up because there are 6 wheels. There's also another platooning truck, and that platooning truck starts the match in the home area. So that's where everything is going to start, and so there are a few ways to score points for this match. One way to score points is to get the 2 trucks latched together. So there's a loop on this truck, and I can push and push until that latch is in there, and now both trucks are moving together. It does not matter which one is the front truck and which is the rear truck, they are identical. If you can latch the 2 trucks together outside of home, so notice how we are on the mat. If I were to turn the camera toward home, in this setup, one of my trucks is partially in home, the other is not. This would not count. In this case, both trucks are at least partially in the launch area, but remember the launch area is part of home. So we have to get the trucks outside of home somewhere on the mat that is not home, which is either the open space or the launch area. So if this condition is met, that is worth 10 points. If this truck becomes latched to the bridge, so if one truck becomes latched to the bridge, that is worth 10 points. Based on my reading of the rule, you can't get both trucks latched to the bridge to earn points. Only one truck latched to the bridge will earn you points. But one truck on the bridge is the 10 points. The trucks latched together is 10 points. And if you manage to do both, then you earn an additional 10 points. So that is worth a maximum of 30 points. So again, just the trucks latched outside of home is 10 points. Just a truck latched to the bridge is 10 points. And both conditions met is 30 points because of the 10-point bonus. Now, this mission is probably the one that I think Rule 12 is going to apply to the most, so I'm going to refer back to that. Rule 12 defines home. Rule 12 defines where the robot goes between missions and tells what other handling is or is not allowed. The very last bullet point on Rule 12 says you cannot strategically send or extend anything, even partly out of home, except by launching the robot. So what this would mean, for example, is, let's put my trucks back in home. So if I line these up well, let's say I've got this one truck lined back where it's supposed to be. I cannot push by hand that truck out of home, because if I time it just right, if I am careful, I can almost, right now, just a few attempts, get these trucks latched just by pushing it out of home. And on that one, I managed to latch them. Unfortunately, that is illegal because I sent the truck out of home. Now remember, home includes the launch area, which means if you want to send a robot and the 2 trucks together, or just one truck, that's fine as long as the robot is what's moving the trucks, if everything fits in the launch area. So if I have these 2 trucks lined up, I'm just going to do a quick check and see if they fit together when they're latched. And they do. If you're on the bottom of the launch area, you can get both trucks to fit in the launch area. But if you are higher up in the launch area and they're latched together, so like up here, This truck is sticking out of the launch area, so I'll just back it up. Okay, that truck is in the launch area, but now this truck is not in the launch area. I would not be able to send this out of the launch area. Remember, if you want to launch a robot, the robot and everything it is carrying or guiding or holding has to fit in the launch area. So this mission, while you might think there are some workarounds to it, you got to be careful and make sure that you are following both Rule 12 and Rule 13 and Rule 14. Our 12, 13, and 14 are going to be very important for how you can send things out of home and what you can do in this mission. But if you do manage to get both trucks latched together, and if you manage to get both trucks latched onto the bridge just like this, you will earn 30 points for this mission. So once again, that is mission 13, the platooning trucks, worth a maximum of 30 points.